Okay.
Hello, everyone. We'll give it a second for the replay.
Okay.
We're here to talk about Deception by Amanda Quick. I always get her titles confused because she has like Deception, Ravished, Mistress. She's like the Cher of historical romance titles.
She does a
All
lot.
right. Yeah, they're all one words. I don't think they're like multiple. I don't know about her Jane and Krentz. Maybe those are like longer titles. But
I like that it's simple.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier to remember. Anyways, we're talking about Deception. Do you guys want to go over the ratings and what you guys rated it? I know that one has a beautiful step back. It's sitting on my shelves right now.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah. I remember when we were talking about the step back, we were like, does he have an eye patch? And he 100% does. So we love when it ties
patch
together.
Confirmed.
Eye patch
I did
is
like
confirmed. Hi, Monica.
I gave it a 4.
Okay. Fun. Christy?
I gave it 3.5/4 stars.
I gave it 4. I'm posting that we're live, so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Lexi. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Justin. I was just reading your review at Goodreads, Justin. I always read your review. Hello, everyone. Okay, 4-star. Very nice, very nice. I also did a 3.5, 4-star. Kind of going back and forth with it. I really did enjoy it, but I have liked some of her other books more. I feel like maybe if this was the first Amanda Quick I read, I would have given it like a solid 4.5. But I was comparing it to Ravished. Sorry for my sniffles, guys. I'm sick. So. Okay, we'll do like a synopsis maybe. So it follows our hero Jared, which I thought was such a weird name for a historical hero. I don't know why. It just made me giggle. So yeah, Jared, he agrees he agrees to take this diary and this like what was he transporting? Dairy? What was in the ship that he was transporting?
It was all types of goods like silks and lace and everything else.
Yeah. So he basically agrees with his uncle to take it to our heroine, Olympia. And she's also going to decode like the diary that's like his great grandma's diary or something like that. So a little bit of a hidden treasure aspect to it. And then when he gets there, he pretends to be the tutor for her 3 nephews. And it follows the romance. So that's like the synopsis. Very fun, very fun.
So is he not an actual pirate?
No.
He was.
No, he was more like
he
was
was kind
like
of vague.
Nobility.
They said he was, but like it didn't seem very piratey.
Okay,
I was like,
he's
going to be a pirate romance, and then it wasn't.
I mean, he definitely owned the ship that he was using.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like they kind of specify in the middle of the book about the difference between being like a pirate and a buccaneer or whatever. So his great whatever was like a buccaneer. Yeah. So there was like a huge distinction. He's like, we weren't pirates, but kind of also,
Yeah, because wasn't there a separate title if you were like a pirate for the crown? Like if you were working for...
Okay. Yeah, that was the buccaneer one. That's why he kept telling me. There's a difference,
like currently he was or was not a pirate. I couldn't tell.
I just felt like he owned a shipping yard. And then he just ran the ship.
He was a gentleman pirate. Yeah, because all of his family were like involved in stuff and made it seem like he was the one who was like different.
Boring.
So
his family was fun.
They were hilarious. I love them.
And he had an eye patch. You're right. Correct.
Yes. So everyone thought that he had that bad reputation.
Yeah. But not our heroine. Our heroine is like, you're too passionate and you're too this. And he's like, bro, I'm really not.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Pretty chill, actually.
She believed in him so much. It was so cute.
Yeah.
They were a perfect match.
Yeah. The whole family and like the kids and everything. It was a lot of funny things happening. Yeah, he's the boring one in the family. I mean, he pretended to be a tutor. Which I know a lot of people were saying was giving like Mary Poppins vibes, but do you guys remember? I don't know if this is like a deep reference. Okay, there used to be a show, I don't know if it was, like, BBC, she was, like, British, and she would go to, like, people's houses with their terrible kids, and I
Yes,
think it was called
yeah.
Nanny or something, and
Nanny?
she'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
get them together because 'cause they'd be a little disrespectful. That's what I thought of.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
like
that
the
was
nanny to the
was it
rescue
an
type
American
thing.
show?
Yeah.
But she was British herself?
Maybe
Yeah.
it
Was
was
it
an
American?
American show, but she was British.
Yeah. She was definitely British.
Super Nanny!
Yes, Super
Yeah.
Nanny.
Yeah.
That was a Super Nanny.
We had a whole era of just bringing British celebs over to America for random stuff like this. I don't know what was going on in the 2000s, but there was a lot of that.
It was a time.
It was very much a time.
But her nephews were so cute.
I wanted more of the kids. That was
Yeah.
something I kind of
I
wished
agree,
we
yeah.
had more of. Yeah.
In the beginning, they
Yeah.
were cute. Like when he first shows up and he was like teaching them manners and stuff. Like that was fun that they were involved.
Yeah.
We got a lot of his family, but I would have liked a little bit more of hers, like her nephews. And then she was also raised by her aunts, but like it was one of them was her biological aunt, and the other was her aunt's partner. So it was like a sapphic couple.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
That shocked me. I know. That was great.
I was really excited when we
loved it.
got to that, and then the like other character had the sapphic romance too, and they
Yeah.
weren't like talked down upon. I was like, this is cute. I liked it.
I think, didn't she have something similar in another book we read by her, but it was like an MM moment? Was that her book or somebody else's that we were surprised because it was like the early 90s? And
I
like it
think
was done
she
in a
has them
well
in
done
every
way.
book. Yeah, I think she
Yeah.
has them in every book.
Okay, yeah.
I love it though, because it's like, oh, they were just like old spinsters living together.
Yeah.
Like that's what it always is.
Yeah.
And they were roommates, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. There was another one. Okay, was it his ex-fiance like cheated on him, but it was a woman that she cheated on him with. It was like her
Yes.
best friend. That was also another married woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were
Never
best
actually
friends, they were roommates. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as like holding, like as far as like an old historical, like holding in current day, I feel like Amanda Quick is one of those historicals that people could pick up anytime because there's nothing like problematic about it, consent wise, and it's very like adventurous and fresh, I guess.
And like progressive female characters who like have a purpose. So someone had compared this to Tessa Dare and kind of like her Cove and like Castles Ever After. And I was like, that's for sure. I can see that kind of thing.
Okay.
I could see that too.
Yeah, I could see that.
I haven't
And they
read those
both
ones
have
by
like a humorous writing style too.
Yeah.
That would be fun. That would be an
would be
interesting
cute.
romance.
I mean, I don't think she could have done that in the early 1990s, but
No.
For sure not.
I liked this
I did
couple.
too.
Bird and I was so into I need a novella of them as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. He's like, oh,
This
I like
is
her.
true. This is also true. Our hero
Yeah.
was like a
Hero
good
was just
guy.
like a
Like,
good
he
guy.
wasn't-
Yeah.
Exactly. He was not an alpha hero at all. Like he didn't say any problematic things. He was just a really sweet guy.
Mm-hmm.
I
I kind of wanted him to be a little bit more alpha though, personally. I wasn't in the mood for like a sweet guy hero for this one. But I'll take it.
He was like the opposite of problematic for a historical.
I know.
He's just like,
It's true.
My
He'd never-
favorite thing about that their romance though was when she was like trying to get him to do something and she was like, well, you're technically my employee, and he's like, girl, we're literally married, what are you talking about?
Which, and that was so cute too, because he literally was so adamant. He's like, I marry you because I want to, not because I have to. And I feel like so many books do the opposite. So it's very refreshing. He wasn't afraid to tell her.
Yeah.
I do think after they got married, though, he was a little bit more forceful, you know, because he's like, well, I'm the man of the house now, so you must do what I say. Even though she didn't, like, ever.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to do what I want, like I always do.
Exactly.
I did like her. She was a little bit naive, but I mean, most historical heroines are. But I mean, I always
never left her town. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
And
Even
she was
though
very
they
much
called her
smart.
a woman of the world, is that what she called herself?
Yeah.
You haven't left your like
I know.
Well, so then he's like, well, it must mean like relationship wise. So then the first time they have sex, he's like, you said you were a woman of the world. She's like, yeah, I read a lot.
Yeah, she's like, I read a lot of books.
That
so
part was
I was looking at the reviews, and there was like another podcast that had, or we're not a podcast, but there was a podcast that did this as a book club, and I was just listening to a little bit of what they said, and apparently that's like a thing that Amanda Quick says in her books. I don't know if it's like a reference or like a joke at this point, but that woman of the world or man of the world, I guess that phrase is in most of her books. I don't know if it's like an Easter egg or something.
Huh.
Interesting.
I have to look out.
That's what their book club said.
Cute.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that.
You would want in real life, but in the book you want something a little extra. He's like the Raoul of this book. I'm just saying. He's like,
and I definitely don't want him. We're on opposite sides there.
The opera? That's our only disagreement.
Okay.
Phantom all day.
Okay.
Wait, hold on before we move on. Desiree, have you never seen Phantom of the Opera?
When I was literally like 10.
Yeah, same. I think I watched it when I was really young, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I watched it in my parents' bedroom and then never again. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, which version though? The Gerard Butler one?
No.
Probably.
Any. Like a Broadway play or Gerard Butler.
Argue about which one's better? Because you like the Gerard Butler one.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we did on another live show.
But,
yeah.
To be fair, notoriously people do not like the Gerard Butler version. I am just a Gerard Butler stan.
I mean,
and notoriously people
I don't even know.
do not
I don't
like
know
him.
if I saw it. And,
Oh man, that was my first Broadway show.
Oh really?
So good.
Yeah, like actual like in New York, not like at my home.
To go watch,
or whatever.
2004.
I know. Okay, Desiree I could see because I don't think Desiree likes musicals that much. But yeah, that is okay.
I know I should watch it. I'll watch it. It's a good Halloween time movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say perfect for like spooky season, the gothic vibes. Yeah. Or we just need another trip and we'll bring movies again.
Right, definitely the Gerard Butler one because it's 2011. I've never seen this.
I love Gerard Butler too. So
yeah, just watch it, guys. Report back to me. Let me know if you're a Raoul or Phantom stan. Okay, sorry, we got derailed. Yeah, I liked him a lot. But I liked both of the characters. It wasn't a character. It was like I needed more plot, more adventure.
Same. Yeah.
Excuse me, for a book that has ship, sword fight, map, ships.
I know.
Yeah.
There was one.
That's why I thought it was going to be full on pirate action.
See, this is the type of book that I like, but because it didn't have a lot of the aspects that I liked about it, it was kind of bumped out to the fore. Like I would have loved more time with the kids to really develop that relationship. I would have loved a little bit more of her trying to crack into his like cold exterior. It just kind of happened. It wasn't like a challenge. And I would have loved a little bit more, like we said, with her aunts to know more about her background and like how she came to be. It was just kind of like a scene where they said, oh, she was tossed around just like her nephews and she landed with her aunts. I would have just liked a little bit more info of the backstory of the people. I like being in people's lives. I'm nosy like that. So that's what I like, the mundanity of these characters. But you got to make it interesting as well. It's hard to explain. I'm not really huge on adventure, which is why I don't like straight up fantasy books. I just think that ironically, I think adventure is boring, so I don't care about it.
No, I can see that because I am pretty character driven as well, usually. But I think with Amanda Quick, I've just come to expect like bonkers adventure. Yeah, because that's how her other books are, at least, and her heroines always have like the most unique jobs too.
We don't even get to see them travel to get the treasure. I was like, this whole book is you.
Oh yeah, that part I was like, okay, I would at least like to know if they got there. Like.
And even the hero's like, you guys go have fun. I'm not coming.
Yeah, did they find it? I would have liked to have known that.
I know. I was surprised that was off page as well.
Yeah. There were like 10 pages left. They still haven't left. I was like, are they really not going to find it?
I know.
Yeah. A lot of it was just them like reading the documents.
Yeah. It was cute though how like they solved the family feud. Like they agreed that they would like find it together. I like that.
I'm a master of this house, and she has lipo. Yeah.
He was just funny.
She was funny. She was really funny. Very independent, like most Amanda Quick heroines are.
And the locking of him in the attic was really funny. She's like, I left you food, I left you candles, I left you blankets.
I put everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mentioned a lot. I think that podcast said like something like 20 times or something like that.
I just thought it was hilarious.
But I guess it's a thing. I don't know if it's like an inside joke, but I guess it's a thing with Amanda Quick.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think even on the book, like the ship is like burning and they're fighting on the ship, and like they could have done a lot more with the pirate aspect, the treasure hunting.
Yeah.
That is true. A lot of the pirate romances we've picked haven't been very piratey, except Pirate's Pleasure by Heather Graham. And we didn't read Gentle Rogue here, but we love Gentle Rogue.
Sky O'Malley had good pirate content.
And she was a pirate. Oh man, that book was fabulous. I loved that book.
Yeah.
Is there any update if they're getting a reenactment or a live action?
It was supposed to be Apple TV, but I haven't heard anything in like 2 years since it got picked up.
Let's see. An adaptation. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Not a live action.
What book is this again?
Sky O'Malley by Beatrice Small.
Oh, that's right. Dang, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. March of 2023 is when the rights
Did they even start
published.
filming it?
I don't know.
I think they just got the rights. I don't know.
But don't they get the rights to so many things and never actually?
They do, and that stuff never happens. We never got the in-depth series. They got rights to the in-depth series like decades ago. That never happened.
Oh, that's surprising.
I know. I looked into it after I started reading the books to see if anyone had ever bought it, and someone definitely did, but it never turned into a show.
But the annoying thing is like when they buy
it, show though.
Don't they have the rights though, so no one else can do it until their rights like expire.
Yeah. Because I know like Beverly Jenkins stuff has gotten picked up before too.
Yes.
Yeah. 2023.
I would have watched the heck out of the in-depth series, man.
I feel like that would make such a good show because each book is a different like murder that they're solving.
Right.
But would it be like an episode per book?
It would be like Rizzoli and Isles. It's like Rizzoli and Isles is based off of a book series, and they just did a bunch of the cases throughout the series. It would probably have to like merge into each other to make it more fluid. But I mean, some people have also just done like a case per episode. It just depends on who's writing it.
Yeah, I was thinking of like an SVU style type of show.
Yeah, just depends on who's doing it.
I mean, they have enough source material, so.
Right? In 60 books, I think we can do something here, y'all. Oh, well.
The Step X was giving bathtub vibes. I mean, not as much, okay? The bathtub book was disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, at least the whole book focused on the treasure.
True.
Yeah. Oh, this is also true. He didn't actually care about this treasure or his family.
No, not at all.
He literally was just like, I guess I'll do it for you. And then he was more interested in Olympia. Is that her name, Olympia?
Yeah.
I kept calling her Olivia in my head.
I do think it's funny though, once he decided to like get in on it, they figured it out like very quickly. I mean, he used her, but like before, he was like, I really don't care what you guys are doing. So that was funny.
Apple is scaling back on entertainment production. Okay, I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I just think there's like so much that could be picked up too that sometimes it's just like so much is popular. It's like, what do they choose to invest in?
They're so quick to cancel too. They like don't give anything a chance.
What just got canceled that a lot of people were upset about? It was a historical. My Lady Jane.
Yeah. Which I never finished it. I didn't like it that much, but
I didn't even watch it, but I knew it was popular, so I was surprised it got canceled because I felt like it had a lot of hype.
Yeah. Sure.
Someone pointed out on Threads is like they'll put out all these shows and then they won't even give people the time to like really build on the hype because they'll just cancel it. So I mean, they need to put out less stuff if they can't afford to put out so much stuff.
I agree.
What show did they cancel? Investment like immediately.
Oh, Our Flag Means Death. Oh, I was so sad about that being canceled.
Don't remind me.
I didn't finish
that.
I don't know.
It's like pirates.
I don't know what that is.
It's pirates. It's so good.
It's about pirates. It's that really popular pirate. What is his name?
Blackbeard.
Oh my god. Huh?
Blackbeard.
But it's queer. But it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good.
And the Gentleman Pirates.
What was it on?
Was it
Netflix? No, I think it's Netflix. Oh. It's either Netflix or Amazon Prime because those are the only places I really watch. But it's called Our Flag Means
Death. I could have swore I was watching it on HBO. I was watching it on Max. Okay.
Yeah, Lexi.
We literally were all talking about
Babe Design.
Before the live show, we all said the same thing. So tell them where it is, Christy.
It's from Book Babe Designs. It was like all of her newer like fall spooky season stuff. I think there was a pre-order. I don't know if it's still open or not though.
It's still on her website. I just looked.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, how did I miss that? Because I ordered stuff from that same.
I think it was at the very bottom. Yeah.
Very cute. Very cute. Okay, a lot of people liked My Lady Jane. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not great timing, is it?
It got a lot of attention, so I don't understand.
Yeah.
I guess
my bad. Sorry, but you're right. Flag Means Death was HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
But it was great. It was great.
It was so
pirates,
good.
Weird pirates, and I loved it. Yeah. Well, I hope Sky O'Malley gets picked up eventually because that would be so epic. That would be epic.
So much potential.
I feel like that was such a random grab for them though, like such an older series. Like I wonder who pulled that out.
Just like who did
person who did Poldark.
Yeah.
No, not literally. I'm just saying, like, just random.
Because Bridgerton was released in late 90s, early 2000s too, no?
Yeah.
Isn't
it like someone up at an airport or something? I thought that was the story.
Yeah, I think that was the story, yeah. Or was that Outlander?
Which one?
Oh. Was it?
Outlander got picked up similarly too. I think like a producer's wife was reading it or something and then brought it to her husband.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I gotta go marry a
production people.
I
know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I got plenty for you.
Apparently they need to read more because they're not like, they're not picking it up by themselves. They have to have other people do it.
Well, but I feel like every single Colleen Hoover book now has been picked up because they've already cast like 2 other movies of hers. It's like there's other authors.
What was one? Suddenly You? Is it that one? The pink one? Regretting You. You're right.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. I think that one was cast recently, right?
Yeah. But I thought they already cast Layla, didn't they? Or Verity?
I don't know.
Maybe it was I think Verity would be cool to see on screen though.
I feel like they just
I haven't read it, but I hear that's good.
So I don't know.
That's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do cast random historicals into shows. Like I don't know who thought we should turn Poldark into a TV show. Every time I see that, I'm like, whose idea was this? But
very popular.
It was like a best-selling series.
Yeah.
It was. But I'm like, who was like the person that's like, this has to be a TV show also,
Yeah.
I liked the first season. Towards the end, I couldn't stand it, so I didn't go on.
Same. I like the first, I think, 2.5 seasons. But I've read all the books and I love that series so much.
Yeah. I probably would have kept going if he didn't get on my nerves at the end of season 1.
Well, and they started to change it from the books to like kind of end it quicker than.
See, that's the worst.
Are there a lot of books in the series then?
It's
Yeah,
massive.
I think there's 10 or 12, but it covers like generations of a family. Like, so it goes over like, and they just stuck with the same couple like instead. So they could have done more, but it's fine. The way they were going, I didn't want them to do it anymore anyways.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I feel about Outlander. I stopped watching once they came to America. I was just like, nope.
Yeah.
One day I'll actually
I loved Outlander. Like the first season is so good. Like I've read all the books and I love that series, but I don't think I love them anymore. Like it was a loved it at the time type of situation. It's just a lot of the same over and over.
How many times can one person be kidnapped in their life?
That's
like,
Claire. Yep.
It was
on every single book. Multiple times, sometimes in a book.
Come on.
I only got to book 1, so I don't know if I'll ever finish those. I looked at them the other day when I was decluttering my library, and I'm like, do I even still care about this series?
I know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I have the paperback copies as well, and they're just so thick and chunky. They're like over here on my shelf, and I want to just get rid of them because I'm like, they're just taking up space.
It's like nostalgic because like it's still.
I know.
Yeah. That's kind of why I'm hanging on to them. But like a part of me is like, I didn't get very far. I literally just read the first book, and then I watched the first season, and I never went further with the franchise. So
even when I read them, I did ebook. So like the physical copy isn't bringing me any nostalgia. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I listened to. This is bad because at the time I wasn't a good reader. I listened to it on YouTube. I bought the ebooks later, not the ebooks, the audiobooks later. But I listened to the like 25+ hour audiobook on YouTube, and it was so bad because we didn't have YouTube Premium then, so I had to hold my phone open with the YouTube app because if you close it, of course, the app would close.
Oh no,
that was a weird, awkward time.
I haven't read them either. I was at a thrift store like a couple years ago and I found the whole series for like maybe $5. And when I was like decluttering recently, I thought the same, like, should I keep these? And then I ended up keeping them. But
yeah, maybe my next like
it's funny. Yeah.
I just want to like purge and declutter all my books like right now. I just want to like get rid of things.
Me too. I just got rid of like all of my Harlequin books, like all the ones that I was collecting because I
messaged her. I'm like, oh, those are all so pretty, and I know that we're never gonna read them, but I look at them. I'm like, oh, they're so pretty though. I want to keep all of them.
Well, there's like some historical authors that I like started collecting their covers or step backs for like Step Back Saturday, but I've since like tried them out and read them, and I don't vibe with them. So like, I don't need 20 books from like Stephanie Lawrence, you know.
But
no, I can't part with the historicals. Those are like nostalgic for me, and I just like the way they look. But I'm not even being dramatic. Like within this whole year, I think I've picked up maybe like 5 physical books. Like I read on my Kindle as much as possible.
Oh yeah,
because it's just my favorite.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm getting to
even
the
if
point
I haven't only bought 5.
Oh,
what?
Say again. We all talked at the same time.
Oh, I was saying, I thought you were saying you only bought 5 physical books instead of like picked them up to read a physical.
No, I'm not too many. That's the problem.
I was like, man, look at that stimulant.
No.
Wait, I'm dying.
No. That would be so funny.
You should do that big declutter video. We're all waiting on it, Sam.
Oh, I am. So I pre-filmed that video, you guys. And I decluttered that shelf. I'm literally going shelf by shelf. So yes, I will have declutter videos. I did like one of me clearing out my Harlequin books. And I'll probably do the rest of my shelves as well. The closet is going to be very interesting because that's a lot of books in there.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
But yeah, I buy a bunch of physical books. I really like reading on my Kindle.
And I'm totally fine with that. I've come to terms with that. I just want to declutter books that I have no emotional attachment to.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like some that were like 3 stars, or like they were just fine, you know, and I'm only keeping them because the cover's pretty or whatever.
Yeah. Or to complete a collection if you have like the rest of the author's books. Yeah, for sure. If I had more space, I would for sure definitely not care about it. But now I'm like,
Have y'all ever like recommended a series that you're like, this is the best series ever, and then you go back to look at your original rating and it was 3 stars, and you're like, what was I thinking? This is so good. I love this book. Because this has happened to me a lot recently. I recommended the Snow and Winter series by C.S. Poe. I love that series, but the first book I gave it 3 stars, and I'm like, what was I thinking? This is so good.
I've 100% done that. I think I even did it with Again the Magic, and I went to go reread it and like add it as a reread on Goodreads. Had a 4-star rating, and I was like, "What was past Sam?"
I thought
okay,
you gave it 3, and I was like,
"Me too."
No.
Magic 3.
I think I gave it a 4, and I was like, "This is blasphemy!" So I updated it.
No one.
I still leave them because my Goodreads is kind of like it's as private as Goodreads can get private because I don't have it too open. But like every time I look back at certain things, I'm like, why did I give this a 3-star? Because I talk about this all the time. I think about it all the time. It lives in my head rent free. So why is this a 3-star?
Yeah. There's books like that where the more you think about it, your rating can change. Like that's how I feel about Sky O'Malley. I don't think I gave it 5 stars when we read it, but now I think about it and I'm like, no, I love that book.
I think it's just because it was like so tedious. So like in the moment, I think I gave it 4 too. But I'm like, this is like literally one of my favorite historical romances now. So
that makes sense.
I had like a notes app for it. I think we did like a character spreadsheet. We've never done that for any other book.
Oh yeah, that was a good live show.
I mean, it kind of needed it though because there was so much going on. So
it just felt very much like that guy with all of the red strings on his map when you guys pulled up the spreadsheet. Like, you're like, come on, okay, all everyone lock in. This is very bonkers.
Laura, this is kind of everyone's feeling about it. We really liked it, but it was just at the same time just okay. We didn't even talk about like the so-called villain. The villain was very, anticlimactic, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like there's just better Amanda Quick books.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I'm like, if this was the first one, I would have rated it highly, but Ravished will stay my favorite forever.
We also didn't like get to see her actually like solve the riddles. All of a sudden she was just like, here's the line. So
she
like,
had the answers,
thought into how it happened, which would have been cooler because like all we knew was that she read a lot and that was really it about her character.
Yeah.
Like
I said, it's like those small details that make mundanity so exciting. It was just kind of excluded. So if we had more of that, I think it would have just made it a little bit more, interesting.
For sure. We were being told a lot, not like shown a lot of the scenes. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Although there was this library scene, a fun, steamy library scene.
There was a lot of library scenes.
Yeah, it was actually pretty steamy. I was surprised I forget like how her books are until I'm reading them again. I was like, oh, okay, getting into it.
Not like super spicy, but there was a good amount of romance for sure, or steam rather.
Well, like also they weren't like repetitive. It was different steam each time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it felt, like important to their romance and their relationship, their development as well.
Yeah.
I think the audiobook made it a little bit silly in my head though, because it's a female narrator. So whenever he would say her name, or not her name, her nickname Siren, it just sounded a little funny to me. But everything else was fine. It was just like that part for me was kind of like, this is a little silly.
Yeah. I was kind of bouncing back and forth between the audio and the physical book. I was listening to the audio at work and then I read the physical book when I was done.
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, I've heard worse audiobooks. This one was okay.
Yes, I've heard way worse.
Her writing is just so easy to get into though. Like sometimes I have to like slow down my reading to read historicals, but this one I could still read at my normal pace and like digest everything fine, which is why I like her books.
Yeah, I agree.
Not bogged down with excessive descriptions.
Or history.
Yeah, was there even like any history in this?
I didn't really feel like there was.
Unless
I feel like not really.
Pirate was real, but I don't think so.
I mean, I guess they did like fake history of his family, but that was about it.
So she must
I
be one
don't
of
think her books are based on like any
She just
particular
writes,
like
just
historical figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she does. Maybe she does. I don't know. I don't think so. Does she have like any references on the back, Christy? Since you have
No,
the book?
I was like, there's no authors. No, it's just like about the author, and then it's a preview of her next book. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I was just looking at.
Yeah. I was like, usually if
Yeah.
they pick like a historical figure, they'll put like a
Right.
reference or
Yeah.
in the back, like Beverly
Mhm.
Jenkins does, or
Mhm.
who does that as well? Connie Mason.
Yeah, she does too. Hers are more history in them than the
Connie
Smells.
Mason.
Connie's. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, she
Those
goes
are fun.
deep into the history, but they're not like boring. Maybe because it's history that I'm not really familiar with, I guess. Like when we read that Australian one,
I was like, it leads you down like a research rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Every time I Google something, I Googled nothing in this book.
No.
Same.
There wasn't
like
anything too like, you know, like researchable in it. It was just kind of a story.
Yeah,
for sure,
it was just straightforward story.
I mean, there are a lot of good female narrators.
I love
like
them.
Yeah, Rosalind. What's her name?
Rosalind Landor.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, y'all know names.
Mary Jane Wells.
Yeah, Mary Jane Wells. Those are my two favorite though. Like Rosalind Landor is just so iconic as a historical romance audiobook narrator.
Good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I generally like historical romance audiobooks though. I just don't know not the authors, the narrators.
The narrators.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun, especially if you're picking up a mass market and maybe don't want to read like the smaller or hold a mass market. I like
love
them.
Historical mass markets, so it's just like feels historical.
I know. Those are my favorite. That's my favorite shelf. I just love looking at them. They're so pretty.
They always look all nice together.
Oh yeah, we were saying earlier that some people were saying like comparing to Tessa Dare.
Yeah.
Which God knows when we'll get another Tessa Dare. Oh no, we lost Desiree.
I was like, I don't know if that was just my screen or.
Oh, maybe she'll be back.
Is she actually gone?
She'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if she texted us.
Okay. No, nothing yet.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. It just depends. Like for me, I don't love listening to fantasy as an audiobook because I'm like, there's so many names and like world building. I need to like really sit down. Like that is something I physically read. So I feel it if that's how you feel about historicals.
Yeah.
And there's some fantasy that I have to listen and read at the same time to really get it together. If it's really complicated. All right, yeah. That is pretty much it for the book. I feel like we got off track. Yeah.
That's all right.
Anything you guys are currently reading right now?
I'm at the end of like 2 books right now. So I'm at the very end of Beating Heart by Laura Pavlov, which I'm loving. So good. And then I'm finishing an arc of The Wraith King by Juliet Cross, which is her new fantasy that comes out into September.
Oh. I didn't even know.
It's okay.
That's cool. Oh, okay. Never mind.
The cover is stunning, but I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah. I did just start Wild Eyes by Elsie, so I'm excited.
I know Tori loved that one.
Yeah, everybody's been obsessing over it. So the prologue's really good. And Novel Grounds just dropped their, not dropped, but like they shot. And I'm like, I'm
sneak
ordering
peeks.
something.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Yeah. So, yeah.
Is that the orange cover?
Is he a single dad in that one?
They're all single dads. Yeah.
So okay, like, I thought so.
Yeah. And she's a musician, but I just got through the prologue, so I don't know too much else about it.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna do the pretty sprayed edges like they did with the last one, like the orange. You know, last
people
time
already have it. They did.
Oh, did they? Pretty. That's my favorite color, orange. That's the only reason that I remember that cover.
Yeah, so like the pages are orange. Yeah, they've just. I think only a couple people have gotten it. So, yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah.
What are you reading, Samantha?
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Jess.
No, go ahead, Jess.
Well, I was going to say she does have a couple special editions now. Like Walmart, it has one with like a step back kind of image, and I think in the UK, it's actually foiled on the front. But
that's kind of pretty.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of 2 books. What's the book I just started? Let me pull it up. It's the second book in a duology, so I forgot the title. It's called Chokehold by Eve Holmes. The first book is Enemy Slivers. They're MMA fighters, and they're like rival MMA fighters, and then they end up getting picked up by the same gym, so they become teammates. So it's like enemy slivers that have to train together. It's really fun. I'm reading the second one right now. And then I'm also reading The Way of Kings. That's taken me a long time.
Oh, you started it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
I do. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I am unfortunately loving it.
Really?
I think I just love him. I love his writing style and his world building, and I just think he's so great. I love his books.
I mean, I love his like everything else I've read by him but that book. So
I mean, it is a little bogged down. It's taking me a long time, but I'm getting through it, and because I know a lot of people love the second book too. I'm trying to finish it before the 5th book comes out in December, so we'll see. I don't know.
You got a journey ahead of you.
That's a lot.
I mean, one book a month, I guess. I don't know, but that would be like the only book I'm reading.
True.
Yeah, but I'm having a fun time. I have a lot of his backlist to go through, so.
Oh, did you read Can't Spell Treason Without Tea? You read that, right?
Mm-hmm. I read it like a couple days after Stimulant.
Did you like it?
I did like it, yeah.
Okay, I remember saying you read it somewhere, but I don't know what you liked it. Okay.
Yeah, it was cozy, it was cute, and it's sapphic. Oh, Desiree's connection is weak.
No. StreamYard's very, at least for me, very finicky, so.
Yeah. It was cozy. I actually liked it more than Legends and Lattes, like, for reference, because they're both considered, like, cozy fantasies, but. I don't know if you read Legends and Lattes.
No, I started the audio and I didn't like. I think the author actually narrates it, and I really didn't like it. So
yeah, he does.
He does. Yeah, he does.
The second one is really, really good though, which is a prequel and sets up more of Legends and Lattes that you don't see.
Oh, okay.
I haven't read that.
Because like Legends and Lattes, I gave 3 stars, but the second one I gave 4.5, 5 stars.
Ooh, so just skip Legends and Lattes and just.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't.
There's a male romance. It's called Cursed Cocktails by S.L. Rowland. That one's kind of comparable to Legends and Lattes, but like has more actual plot, I feel like. So that one's fun too. I liked that one. And the audiobook isn't that long. I'm really loving all the cozy fantasies. I'm excited for your book club pick, Christy.
Oh yeah, the Spell Shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you buy that?
Yeah, we all got it at Stimulant.
Yeah, so they were out by the time I went back to their booth. So
sorry,
you were still in the room.
I didn't buy it because you all went, and then you're like, "Didn't you see this?" And I was like, "I'll be back." And yeah, they didn't have that one.
I saw it in their book cart, and I was like, "What is that? I feel like I need it."
Yeah,
I know.
It sounds super cute and just like perfect for like getting into fall. Like I just want all the cute cozy ones, which I'm gonna do the one you just did, Jess, the pumpkin spice whatever.
It was very cute, and her new one just came out.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the first one's on Hoopla, so I was like, let me grab that.
Oh, really? Well, and so I was talking to someone else about this. Like, I rated it higher because of the vibes. Like, I wouldn't say like the romance is amazing, but I'm like, it's just perfect for fall and super cozy. So
yeah, that's like the mood I'm in. Which I'm gonna do your guys's one too, Samantha, with Spencer, your guys's murder pageant thingy. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, are you reading the
too? Yes, we are.
Okay, I do have that.
Yeah, we're reading Murder at the Pumpkin Patch by Darcy Hannah. We read the Christmas one a couple years ago, and my dad actually read it with us, and he was in the live show. And he was like, maybe I've said the story before. He was like, "Oh gosh, we got to read this next one. We got to read the Murder at the Pumpkin Patch." And I was like, "Well, Dad, we don't read the same authors. Like, we try to pick new authors." And every single time, that was 2 years ago, and every single time we like pick a new book club pick, he's like, "Can it be Darcy Hannah?" And I was like, "Fine, this time it can be."
That's gonna be fun.
So, I'm
I just want all the
excited for
fall
all the
stuff
cozy
right now.
mysteries and the cozy fantasies. Like, that is really what I'm into right now.
Yeah.
Well, Christy, it's actually fall weather where you are, so
It totally is. Yeah.
it's 80 degrees today. So
I saw you guys had like
look at
fall
the
leaves
weather.
though. Like you had fall leaves falling.
my house is the only tree falling in my neighborhood right now. Like, I don't know
Oh.
what's our tree. It always falls early. So
It's giving you fall.
it is at 80-degree weather. So
It is currently 94 degrees where I live.
I would die. I would literally pack the car.
It actually gets hotter before it gets like cooler. We get heat all the way up to like October, because I remember being in pumpkin patches sweating.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Lexi, no.
Absolutely
Where
not.
do you live, Lexi? Do you live in like Vegas?
She's in Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Oh.
Arizona, yeah.
Oh.
Definitely no.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that book.
Yeah.
I started it and DNF'd it, but I don't think I read it during fall, so maybe like I wasn't in the vibes. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, man, you have us beat, Lexi. I'm sorry.
That's too much.
It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I have that song stuck in my head now.
I think it's Saturday. What are you talking about?
I know.
Oh, it's a song. It's a song by Glorilla that I have.
I was like, well, she's sick. Maybe she thinks it's Friday.
She doesn't know what day it is. Do you guys not know that song? I assume.
No.
Okay. Do you know who Glorilla is?
No.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No. Glorilla.
Glorilla, yeah, she's a rapper. Justin.
Too funny.
Yeah, that's us too. Late November is when we get the fall season. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl.
What is this song?
Well, don't play it. I mean, it says a lot of words.
I'm just gonna look it up and see if it looks familiar.
I feel like you would have seen it on TikTok or something.
What is it called?
Thank you for the Glorilla representation here. What is that song?
Is it TGIF?
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
Oh, she muted to listen.
Oh. You know what? In hindsight, I don't know why I thought that Jess would know this song.
My top played artists are One Direction, Jonas Brothers, and Ed Sheeran. So
okay. So maybe Glorilla was a little bit of a stretch of a reference.
No, I don't know what this is. She did say that line though. It's the first line of the song.
Yeah, it's like the first line in the song, and it's on TikTok a lot.
Jess, you cry in your guys' podcast on Monday?
No, I don't know what Tori linked. Did she link my vlog? I definitely did not cry in the podcast.
Okay, she was like, watch Jess cry over the women in our podcast Monday. I just saw it in her stories.
What did she link?
Like that little thing.
Oh, but what is the link in the...
Must be just to your guys' YouTube. Let me see.
Unless it's my vlog. Where I was.
Oh, it is your vlog. Yeah, never mind. Yeah,
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
My vlog, because I cried in the vlog, not in the podcast episode.
I was gonna say your face isn't crying there.
No.
Okay.
I was about to say, I was like,
back.
Jess, I feel like I've seen you cry like a handful of times. And
I don't cry. Okay, that's why Darcy was so concerned.
That was so cute, though.
That's so funny. I was like, I've
never
back
in the midst of storm chasing.
I know I had to go to my iPhone because apparently that internet connection is working, but not on my actual computer. So now I have lower quality and this weird angle.
You didn't miss much. We were talking about what we were currently reading, and that Jess and I
Fall
had
weather.
different music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Virginia fall weather. These storms. We're in storm season right now.
Okay.
What did I was reading this one book and I was complaining to Lacey. I am not a dark romance girl. So
Okay.
it's some like sci-fi dark romance and it's about like a detective who's trying to chase this killer. And of course, the killer ends up being the love interest, and he's kidnapped, and they're in this warehouse for like a month at a time. And like, that's a really big chunk of the book, them being in this warehouse for a month. I'm sure the dark romance girlies would eat this up. I was like slogging through this, and I now have like 30 minutes left in the book, and like, do I even care to finish?
And it's
I need to find
sci-fi
the
too.
title. It's sci-fi because they're like intergalactic or whatever. It's not very
Oh.
sci-fi heavy though.
Mhm.
I think the writing's good. She's like a newish author, so for like a new author, I think the writing's really good. I think the characters have developed pretty well, again, for like a new author. I just think that it's not for me, and I'm probably gonna end up finishing it just so I can finish it and have it out of my life. But like,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. I need a book that I can just be like, consume me, please. That's all.
I've been obsessed with romantic suspense this month. Like,
I want to
so
read
many good ones.
Bourbon and the Bourbon one.
Yeah, Bourbon and Lies and the Broken Beginnings by Cleo Evans was so good.
I saw you
love
give
both
that
of
5
those.
stars.
Yeah, both of them so good.
Okay.
Like the suspense was suspensing. Like it was very dark and like gritty. So good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I love. So
I like Cleo Evans. I've read a lot of her books, but I haven't read that one, so I'll definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
Well, because doesn't she not typically write contemporary?
Yeah, I think this was the first
she
one.
usually writes monster romances
Mm-hmm.
and novellas. Like a lot of her books are very short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was super
was
nice.
really good.
Stimulant. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she's.
I met her there last year. She was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her covers are gorgeous. I love her.
Yeah, well, the cover for her next romantic suspense is pink, and it's so cute. I mean, like it's the thing, like white, but the pink is instead of blue. So
yeah,
and that was gonna be FMM.
Ooh,
is it?
Yeah, yeah. Single mom. Yeah,
Ooh.
which it's set up in the first book. Like you meet the characters. Yeah.
Yeah. I've even been into like thrillers recently. Like I reread some books by John Mars that I really like, and then I was reading a Ruth Ware. I think it was called One Perfect Couple. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, which normally I used to say like I hated thrillers, and I don't know. My reading taste is changing.
I do love a thriller. That's why these like romantic suspense ones hit, because sometimes like the suspense vibes are just kind of light, but these ones like it was throughout, and it got like really dark and almost like thriller level as far as like the mystery of it all, you know. It was really good, but like with the romance too, like super steamy. I liked them both.
I love
that
a
is
good...
true. Jane M. Prince was right. Romantic suspense. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I love a good like what is it? Not a crime novel, but also a detective series. I'm like obsessed with detective stuff because I love like them getting into like all the clues and the mystery and who did it and who done it and all of that.
Yeah.
Of course, I need like the romance on the side for these, but I really like the detective series.
Yeah.
And I think before I like. Oh, you go.
Oh, I was gonna say with Bourbon and Lies, he was like a former cop, and now he's retired from that life, which you see in the prologue, and like now he runs the bourbon business with his family. So there is like some cop detective things going on.
Oh, I love series like that.
Yeah,
like they've quit that old life, but then like they have to go back into their old life because something has happened. Oh, I love that stuff. Oh, it's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you drinking, Jess? And ice. Okay,
that's all. The only
that looks delicious.
It's delicious. I love it.
I want to read a Jane Ann Krentz. That would be an interesting reading vlog, to read the like historic romance authors that turned to romantic suspense authors. Like read the romantic suspense. I haven't read Beverly Jenkins' romantic suspense. I haven't read that one.
Like Deadly.
I didn't even know she had any.
Yeah.
I think there's
that
two
one
or
did get a
three.
There's a movie.
The Esteban, Black Lace, and Deadly Sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even like Catherine Coulter, I know she has a ton too.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah, you could try like a couple authors.
Does Kat Martin too?
Yeah,
does she do suspense?
she
She does.
I don't know where you'll put that in with your Way of the Kings and Brandon Sanderson though books.
Yeah.
The time to read those.
I'll find a way to read it in between. I need an audiobook for work, so I'll listen to it at my job.
Julie Garwood also is it. I don't know if it's suspense, but she has a detective type something series.
Yes.
I also got rid of those in my declutter because I'm never going to read them.
For the Lie? Who's that by? I'm gonna look it up right now.
I would look it up if my internet was working.
We'll look it up for you.
I'm going to try it.
I don't know how to say that last name. Okay, cool.
Tara?
They're going to be reading
This kind of looks like that 5 Broken Blades cover a little bit.
Oh, it kind of does. But it's an ox cord.
Oh,
that's interesting. Okay, cool. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, there's a lot of historical romance authors that did that, so maybe I'll read some of that. Yeah, which is fun because I never really got into romantic suspense or just thrillers in general, but now I definitely have. All right, very cool, very cool. Or I think that's it. What is our next month's book, you guys?
Lord of Scoundrels, Loretta Chase.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So excited.
Wait, I think I've read that. Have I read that? Wait.
This
I can't look it up.
For me, but I don't remember it a lot, so.
It's a reread for me too, but it's one of my all-time favorites. So
I feel like I've read this.
It's a new one for me.
Like the first ones that I read of like older historicals.
Is this the one where she's disgusted by him? And he's like Italian?
Yeah, it's very enemies to lovers.
Oh yeah, I've read this.
So good. I'm so excited.
I just remember her brother and like
oh yeah.
It's a new read for me, so I'm excited. That will be next month's read, and we will put live show information on our historical Hellions Instagram page. And that's it. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.